Hello, I'm going to talk to you about building out your audiences for targeting with Facebook advertising. And more specifically, I want to talk to you about custom audiences. So, custom audiences are basically warm audiences. So, anyone who's ever touched your business, be that through your pages, your Instagram and Facebook pages, or who have come to your website and you have your pixel on the website, and Facebook is able to recognize these people. So maybe has automatically created you some custom audiences when you attach your page and your ad account to the platform. So this is a great starting point, and I'll explain to you what those audiences are, and then I'm going to jump into Business Manager and show you how you can build them from scratch within there. So here I am on the Maybe dashboard, and I've got this little box over here on the right hand side, which is about ads. So this business is spending a little bit on advertising, and just here on this little I button, if you click, it will bring up for you the size of audiences that you have for your business. So we've got our Instagram engaged and Facebook engaged audiences here at the top. So this is essentially anyone who has following you on Instagram or Facebook, but also has ever engaged with a post, even just swiped on a carousel or watched a video. Any of those people will be included in this audience. So it's a lot bigger than the follower sizes. So be mindful of that. And typically it's a good sort of 3 times the size of just your follower and likes audience. So you've got that created for you by Maybe automatically within the platform. So going on down, we have got some additional audiences which are created for you, which are based on these as seed audiences. These are lookalikes, and essentially they're not people who've touched your business before, but are based on the attributes of those who have. The size is always around 500,000. It's just the kind of people who are in there, in that slice of people, that will be different depending on the attributes of your seed audience. So I'm going to click away from that. So that was just to show you that by connecting up your Facebook page and your ads manager, you will have those audiences created for you. Now, if I jump now into ads manager, so I'm in Business Manager here, and to get to the audiences area, you want to click on the burger over here and select audiences. Depending on what you've got already created for your business, if you're brand new to this, you'll probably just see your Maybe audiences listed here. But if you've, for whatever, boosted a post and built an audience within the app that way, they will show here as well. So to look now into what are custom audiences and the variety of audiences available to you, you just want to click on this button and select custom audience. And here it brings up a fantastic menu of choices. So we've got our, I'm just going to scroll over the little I button here so you can see Facebook does give you little descriptions against each of these so you can look into what they are. So the website source is driven by your pixel. So with your pixel on your website, you are able to build audiences off of anyone who's visited your website. It can be driven off certain time parameters up to 180 days. So if you just want anyone from the last 30, 60, 90 days, you can set those parameters here. You can even base your parameters on your conversion events. So any events that you are tracking on your pixel, be that view content or purchase if you're e-com business, or lead created if you're more generic in your business function, it's all going to be available to you there within the website option. So down here, we've got app activity. So this is based off of anyone who's interacted with an app, if you're an app business. Catalog, this is based on, this is really relevant to e-commerce businesses. With the e-commerce, you will have a product catalog. If you've connected that to Facebook, then you are able to create a specific audience based on everybody who's engaged with your catalog or specific product items. Over here, we've got the opportunity to actually uplift any lists that you have within your business. It's all very safe. As you can see there in the pop-up, it says information in this list is hashed into anonymized codes before it reaches Meta. So there's no danger to your the security of your customer data. It is advisable, well, it's best to only use data where people have opted in to your marketing so that you've got everything covered. So that basically takes you through steps to kind of upload what's a CSV file of your list based on first name, last name, email address, and various other attributes that are available to you as well. Obviously, the more attributes you have that you can share with Facebook, the better the match rate will be potentially. And then we've got offline activity, and this embraces a number of different possibilities, to including whether people have interacted with you in a store or any other kind of offline channels. So that's probably getting a little bit more advanced. The principal one that I think most businesses will want to use are the website, customer list, and potentially if you're e-com business, the catalog. Now down here, we've got what are called the meta sources. So these are sources that are hosted within the Facebook and Instagram app. And it looks at people who have watched your videos, anyone who's given their details across in a form, in a lead form on Facebook, anyone who's engaged with, this is a specific ad format type, actually instant experience. It kind of looks like where you've got a picture or video at the top, and when you click on it, it opens up into a full screen on your phone and often includes like a carousel underneath. But it's a form of ad format, so they've included that as a option here. So anyone who's engaged with that instant experience, you can pull up as a source. And then we've got an audience based on anyone who's interacted with your products within your shop. So again, if you're an e-commerce business, you've got a Facebook or Instagram shop set up on your app, anyone who's clicked into that shop and swiped through your options there, they will be, you can define those as a specific audience that you want to create. Then you've got your Instagram account. Again, if you click into that, it breaks it down further, so you can just pull up people who within a certain time period who've engaged at a certain level within your Instagram app. Events. Now, this is a interesting one if you're a business that's ever created an event, so be that a kind of a sale or a webinar or anything like that that you've promoted through the event tool within Facebook, that can be another source for you to use. Then you've got your general Facebook page, which is much the same as the Instagram. You can pull up people who've just liked your app, different time periods, that kind of thing. So that's probably going to be the most commonly used of the meta sources, Instagram account and Facebook page. And then you've got your on Facebook listings, which is creating an audience of people who've interacted with the on Facebook listings from your catalog. So it's really a wealth of sources that of people, people who have engaged with your business in a multitude of different ways. So it's really about thinking about if there's anything specific, if you run an event and you only want to create an audience of those people and you want to retarget them, Typically, if you're just creating one large warm source for retargeting, then you're going to be looking at the website, you're going to be looking at the pages, and then on top of that, you can add in your list if you've got one. So those are going to be the most common custom sources to use. So I'm going to just take you into just a couple of these just to show you what it looks like within the widget at the next steps. So let's look at the website. So here you go. We can choose against the events. We can go really global and just say all, or you can target people who have visited specific pages on your website. You can target people who have spent more than 20 seconds on your website or a lot shorter, longer than that. And then you can select based on your events. So if you want to create an audience of people who've purchased from you in the last 30 days, you can do it here. And that's the sort of thing you might want to do if you were an e-com business and you didn't want to serve out your ads back to people who've just bought from you because they're not likely to want to buy again that quickly and it's a waste of your ad spend. So let's do that right now. So we've got within the last 30 days, you can click refine just to take that a bit deeper. You can actually include or exclude people a bit further here if you had previous audiences created that you wanted to suppress. That's getting a little bit technical. I'm going to give this a name, purchases last 30 days. And just go ahead and create audience. So what it brings up for you on any of these custom audience creations is an option to then create a lookalike. So I'm going to cover lookalikes and cold audiences in a bit more detail in my next lesson, but you can do it straight from here. If you know you want to have a lookalike of that particular source, you just click here, create a lookalike audience, and it'll take you through the steps to use that seed audience for the basis of your lookalike. Or you can click off to start creating an ad to create another custom audience. So I'm just going to click create another custom audience. I just want to show you Instagram. Okay, so I've got here a list of different levels of engagement that I can choose from. If you just want everybody, then you can just keep it with everyone. You can set it to the last 365 days. It's a bit further out than the web range. Goes up to 180 as a max. With the pages, it goes up to 365 days as a max. So that's pretty good. And you can take it for everybody or anyone who has visited the profile page, people who've engaged with any post or ad, people who've saved any post or ad. That's quite a nice little one for e-com actually, because often people save things to go back to later. So it shows a level of intent. So you can define things a bit more with a bit more detail there. So I'm just going to keep it at the global level. I'm going to go at 365 days. I'm going to make sure I've got the right account set here. Be mindful of that because Facebook has a habit of chopping and changing things around. So just be double checking those settings. And then I'm going to call it engaged Instagram last 365 days. Okay, and you can see that the last two audiences that I've created have now dropped into the list and are showing there. So lastly, I'm just going to quickly show you the customer list option. I can't go through any deeper than this because I haven't got a list prepared, but you can see it's really helpful. It walks you through how to create your list so that it will be, Facebook will be happy to upload it and can recognize it. You just map the fields here to the fields, the headers fields that you've got in your CSV file. And once you've done that, you just click next and it goes away and does its best to match and upload those people onto Facebook. So that's a quick walk through how to create custom audiences for your business. But remember that maybe we'll create both Instagram and Facebook warm audiences for you automatically when you attach your ad manager and page to the Maybe account.